put some fucking pants on and go outside and do some shit.
Nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
Girl, there is nothing to do.
The Sandhills wants to know what time it is. It's time to get ready for the unlimited social scoop. Introducing Nothing to Do, the Sandhills Social Scene Podcast, straight from the Share Studios with your host, Dominique.
Guess he's back, back again. Tommy's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Bray loves back. Guess who's back? B loves back. Hi guys, welcome to episode 37 of the Nothing To Do podcast. And after a much needed week hiatus, we are back in the Share Studios. You guys also make sure to check me out on Rock 103 Saturdays from 1 to 6 every Saturday. So let's talk about all of the things that I have done since I've been absent, like ignoring phone calls. I've been doing that right now. Flip my phone over. Cool. So before we left, we had G Money on, and the Cumberland County Fair was going on. Such a great interview. Not being biased because it's me, but just because of the fact that it was G Money. He's just a great person. The Cumberland County Fair, I did not get my funnel cake because I had Kwan's Korean corn dogs. Have you had one, Brian? Woo, yeah. She makes this cucumber salad that just sets off everything, but it's like a half sausage, half cheddar corn dog, and then you can get it loaded, which is with green onions, a little bit of sugar, mustard, ketchup. Yeah. So if Kwan's is ever anywhere near you, go ahead and cancel your plans and just do that. Just stop. Pay her a little visit. You'll not regret it. And she was at the fair, and it was just, I was okay with not eating deep fried Oreos. No, I was. But shortly after that, it was the final week of Woodpeckers baseball, and this was my first season as a part-timer of the Houston Astros Fayetteville Woodpeckers, and it was a fun one, a very eye-opening. Like, Brian, did I tell you that I met Will Bush's dad? So for you guys who don't know, Will Bush is our catcher, he is our pitcher, he is our home run slam hitter, he is everything. And so Sunday I was sitting at Bubba's after the ultimate tailgate party, and this was like later on that evening. Guy comes up to me, goes, "Dom, oh, I'm a huge fan. What are you shooting?" And I was like, "Tequila me, please." And he starts talking about me and T Bright. So one, I'm just gonna say it. You guys aren't gonna stop doing it, but I'm gonna say it again. I don't really like when people call me Dom. I feel like it makes me masculine, and I don't need any more help with that since I'm like 8'11". But the only few places that you would catch me being called that is places where it makes sense for production. So if someone is throwing down the camera to me on a baseball field, it's much easier to say Dom than Dominique. So I knew once he said Dom and T Bright, he was someone Woodpecker affiliated. But he told me that from all the way down in Fort Worth, he watched every game. And during the broadcast of the games, they got to see our contest. And so he was like, "You guys keep the party going." He said, "We're the best in the biz." He had me at tequila. So I really like everything else he said was up there. But for the fact that one of our star players, his father, called me out by name. Yeah, no, I was starstruck. But like I said, the season was great. It ended on a very high note. I got to hang out with Will Bush and his father for a little bit at Bubba's, and some of the season ticket holders, which, I got a whole new family, a whole new Sager family. And the baseball stadium kids were just amazing. It was really good because what a lot of people don't know is before my last game on Saturday, before we crack open the mic, Brian, I had to run to first aid. So I don't know what was going over me, but something was coming over me. I've been having these panic attacks, and this is what basically told me that I need to slow down, because I was just having them like back to back to back to back. And as soon, it wasn't the amount of people there. I mean, it was hockey night. It was Carolina Hurricanes. But I see at least about 5 or 10 minutes before it was time for me to get in front of that camera. My chest locked up. And EMTs are like, you want some oxygen? And they asked me where I was sitting. And I was just laughing because, well, I don't have seats. And so I heard my music playing. I ran down, got in front of the camera, wiped my eyes, and then boop, hit the switch. It was on. So yeah, I have only had like one or two few since then. Sorry, my phone is going off again. But yeah, it told me I need to slow down. And I honestly couldn't, because 9/11, the Infidels Motorcycle Club, they have a motorcycle ride every year. And I promised last year that I would do it. So I had to suck it up, buttercup, and go out there and people. But the amount of different motorcycle clubs that come together for this ride is amazing. It's something that pulls you out of your mental funk, is seeing community and how people like band together for each other. So had a great time at that. And then afterwards, we went to the Art Attack for Sean Atkins' birthday. Brian, I'm going to upload the photos of, you had Danielle popping out of a cake. Sarah was singing. There were so many cool faces in that building at once. And it was really, really good to see that many people coming out that I've known ever since the Rock Shop was where, I guess, what's it called now? Rumors? Drunken Horse Pub, whatever, on Eastern Boulevard, come together for Sean's birthday. And so I hope he had a great one. And it's always a pleasure to be inside of Patty's in the church, especially to celebrate such a cool person. Then the next day I had Kids Peace. So you see why I'm trying to slow myself down a little bit. It was beautiful. Brian got to go this year. Thanks for coming. It was the mashup of the annual auction and the Art Gallery of Hope, which I'm not going to lie, I was very, very nervous about. But the fact that after 11 years, people are still supporting the annual auction. And after 4 years, people were supporting the Art Gallery of Hope. It means a lot to me. So thank you to my sponsors. And thank you for all my friends that were there, because without you guys, it probably would have dragged on forever. But you guys made that event seem so small for all the planning that we were doing. But we got to help out some kids, and that's all that I care about. So a lot of things going on in such a little short time. September is not going to be as busy. I lied. This weekend, I'll be with Uncle Carl at the R&B cook-off at the Crown Complex. And then the following weekend, I will be one of the mistress of ceremonies at the International Folk Festival. So as long as I can keep going, I'm going to keep going. But please, your body's going to let you know when you need to take a time out. So we did. Going into this episode 37 of the Nuthin To Do podcast, we're going to sit down with one of the sweetest persons. Like, she's so adorable and tiny and petite, but she's so powerful. She did intimidate me for like probably the first year of me knowing who she was. But she has a really, really huge heart, and she's just so friendly and funny. And you guys will get to catch a glimpse of that in our interview coming up in the next segment, where we talk to Sandy Ammons with the Fayetteville Technical Community College Foundation. And we'll talk about the color run, because that's coming up. And the medals are pretty dope. So I think you guys should just go to sign up. Let's get ready for this episode 37 of the Nuthin To Do podcast right here at the Share Studios. See you in a bit. Glad to be back.
So it's episode 37 of the Nuthin To Do podcast. And as you guys know, I like to pull me and Brian out of the studio. I love the studio, but there's nothing like fresh air, especially when you're talking about fresh events that are going on around town, that you guys probably want to jump on board. I would say you want to, but I'm actually very biased. I'm sitting here at FTCC today with one of the brightest, brilliant, most beautiful people in the world, because she definitely gave me Jamie, who is a great friend of ours from CFRT. We talked about him on the previous episode, Miss Sandy Ammons. Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. So you're with the foundation at FTCC.
Yes, so I'm the director of the foundation. FTCC Foundation has been in existence since 1985.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to have a big birthday. So our job is to raise money for the college, primarily for scholarships, but also for emergency assistance and programs and facilities and anything we can do to make our college even better and to help our students.
Now, you said you're getting ready for a birthday. Will there be cake?
There will be cake. I love cake. Yes. There will definitely cake for our 40th birthday. I can promise you that.
Nice. Okay. And so with the scholarships that you guys are providing for your students, like what does it go, like what are different ways that you guys create those scholarships for your students? Like are there like lots of events? I know we're going to talk about the color run, but
Yes.
Are there other events that you guys have going on yearly?
We try not to have a lot of events, but we have our color run. We have our golf tournament, which has been around forever. It's a huge success. We have our scholarship luncheon, which is the way that we honor the donors and the students. And then we just have general giving from our faculty and staff. We just had our campus fund drive, which raised a record amount of money. And then we have over 200 scholarships. So some of them have been in existence for a really long time, and some are new, some are small, some are large, and we have a lot of donors that give generously to those scholarships. So they're created in a lot of different ways.
And I know before we started recording, you were saying that FTCC is one of the largest community colleges in the state.
It is. So we are the third largest in the state. Our continuing education program is one of the biggest in the state. And so I think a lot of folks don't realize that. I lived in Fayetteville, born and raised here, and I had no idea how large FTCC is. We have probably 25,000 students between online and in-person classes. We have 8 different campuses just in Cumberland County. I mean, it is a huge, huge college, and there's really something for everybody here, whether you're looking for an associate's degree, a diploma, a certificate, or just want to take a pickleball class like me. There's really something here for everybody, but it is a huge, huge school.
So you're a pickleballer.
I am addicted. I absolutely love it.
I have yet to do anything athletic in the last 10 years.
Okay, that's a challenge. You're gonna come play pickleball, but you will love it.
Okay.
Yep.
Just don't tell the ladies of Cool Springs that they've been trying to get me out. I think Wednesday is their day.
Okay, no, I'm
But
gonna
I'll
get you
go
out
out with you.
Yeah, you'll have fun.
Physical activity. Bring all the Epsom salt.
You can just stand there and dink. You don't have to run a lot, and if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. So speaking of sports, you guys have a lot of cool sports programs here.
We do,
Like
yes.
a great baseball team.
We have a great baseball team. We have a great baseball, volleyball team. We have softball, baseball, volleyball, men's and women's basketball. And they started athletics several years ago because a lot of students, they want to continue to play when they come to college. But it's a really great program. We do fundraising for them. We just sent the volleyball team to a tournament in New York City.
Nice.
They got to go see Hamilton while they were there.
Jealous.
So it's just a nice part of the college. It makes it feel more special to them.
Now you said you're from Fayetteville. What high school?
Terry Sanford.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot as I'm around here.
Yes.
So my mom went to Terry Sanford. My uncle Tony played basketball for Terry Sanford.
Okay.
But I was a Douglasburg girl.
Okay, we like Douglasburg.
I mean, we got to like all the students, right? Because we
We
want them
do.
all to, not necessarily like stay local, but to consider community college.
Absolutely.
There was always a big stigma when I was getting ready to graduate that, we had to go to our 4-year institutions.
Right.
But I personally would have rather stayed here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know you guys do you participate in early college as well?
We have a huge high school connections program. And so those students, it's so smart. Those students are dual enrolled in their high school and in Fayetteville Tech. So they come here and they take college level courses. If they are a Cumberland County high school student, it's free. So the classes are free. And some of these students can actually graduate with an associate's degree before they get their high school diploma.
Nice.
And we have, I heard the number the other day, we have 1,700 high school connection students here.
Oh, that's cool.
And some will come and just take one class, and some, like I said, will get an entire associate's degree. And, whether it's in the trades or they're trying to get some of their the biology classes and things like that. We have a lot of them come through the C-STEP program, and those students are going on to law school and medical school. It's such a smart thing, and it saves their parents so much money. And then for some of them, it gets them excited about going to college. When they come here, they said, I already felt comfortable because I came here during high school. So it's a really, really neat program, and I see the school buses picking them up every afternoon, and they all line up, but we really, really enjoy having them here.
Now, I did look at your resume online. Now, how important was it for you to make this move from the other universities you worked at to here in the technical side?
That's a really good question. I worked at Methodist University, love Methodist University, still has a very special place in my heart. My son graduated from there. It's a great, great school. My husband was on this board way before I worked here for 25 years. So I came to everything at Fayetteville Tech, all of the events. And when I left Methodist, I was doing something different. And when this job came open, my husband had to actually talk me into applying for it. And I said, no. I really miss working on a college campus, but I don't think I want to go back into fundraising. And he said it is the best place to work. And so I came here, and I'm glad I did. They take such good care of us. It is a wonderful place to work.
It's a very beautiful place. Brian and I were talking, as opposed to other community colleges, like this one is one of the busiest that I've been on. There's so many activities going on just right there in the Tony Rand Center. But speaking of events,
yes,
we've got the color run coming up.
We do. We're so excited about it.
So tell me what got you guys started into the color run.
So the color run actually existed before I came. Mm-hmm. So our health and fitness instructors, they wanted to do a color run. They thought, we can raise some money, create a scholarship. It's health and fitness related. So they did a color run, I believe, in 2018. And it was nice. It was kind of small. And then when we came on board, one of the things was, I said, this is a gorgeous campus. More people need to be on this campus. Mm-hmm. And so we learned they did a color run. We said, can we help you with it? So we partnered with them, and we have grown it and grown it and grown it. And so this will be actually the 4th year of the color run. It is Saturday, October 12th. It's right here on our campus. And one of the things I love about it, it's not expensive. It's $35. It's family friendly. So you can come, you can bring your kids. If you're a serious runner, it is a 5K. You can run it, you can win it and get a medal. If you just want to stroll across campus, you can do that as well. We have kind of an abbreviated route that doesn't go through the woods. Mm-hmm. Some people say, well, I don't want that color powder thrown on me. There's a way you can bypass it. When you get to a color station, you can. That's the whole purpose. I know. But I understand if you've got a stroller with children in it, you may not want that. So we really try to accommodate, whatever folks want. But you'll come out here, you walk across our campus. We're going to highlight some really cool programs. For example, our line worker students. You will walk through the pole farm, through the utility poles, and the line working students will hang from the poles and spray color down. Our music students will be performing in the Rose Garden.
Nice.
Nursing
beautiful
students.
If you haven't had a chance to come by.
Oh, it is lovely. Nursing students will be doing first aid. Our art students will be doing face painting and friendship bracelets, and it's just going to be a fun day.
Yeah. And it sounds like it, because when I think of runs, I'm just thinking of the physical activity aspect,
right? And
nothing more.
You can walk it. You can, like I said, you can run it. You can walk it. You can just have fun with it.
So, are you still looking for volunteers?
Yes. The good thing about this event, this is kind of one of those come one, come all. You can bring your entire scout troop. You can bring your church group. You can bring your club, and we can give you a station or a section. Whereas a lot of our events may not be appropriate for, minors. This is one where we need probably 150 volunteers, because they will be all along the route, throwing color, passing out water, shooting bubble guns, ringing cowbells, and just simply, directing people. So we need lots and lots of volunteers of all ages. Mm-hmm. We have some that maybe they want to be seated. They can just sit at the finish line and cheer the runners on as they come across the finish line.
And so I know this because I'm an insider. Vendors,
yeah. So when you finish the race, you will come back across the finish line, and we'll have the after party. And so there'll be music and dancing, and that's when we get those great pictures where everybody throws the color. And then we're going to have vendors. So we're going to have about 25 different vendors. Some of those are FTCC programs. Some of those are local companies that are health and fitness related. We're going to have a few food trucks. Chick-fil-A is going to be there passing out cookies and brownies. So we just want everybody to come.
Now you're talking my language.
Yes, really good cookies and brownies. Stick around, have something to eat and drink, just enjoy, and maybe you'll learn something about the community. So if there are any organizations or companies that would like to come and be a part of the after party, they can just contact the foundation.
Okay. And if someone wanted to register for the walk, to actually do the physical activity stuff, not just cookies and brownies, where would they go to sign up?
Probably the easiest way is to go to the Fayetteville Tech website, type in Color Run, and that's faytechcc.edu. Type in Color Run, and there'll be a link there that will take you to Run Sign Up. Run Sign Up is one of these national websites where everybody puts their runs in there, and you can use that to register to participate as a runner or walker. You can also click to volunteer. So either way, we need you to register as a volunteer or runner, and you can do that at that one spot.
Now, I know that you will be busy the day of, but are you running?
No. I kind of have to stay put.
Yes.
So I'll be with the president at the finish line and with our mascot passing out these beautiful medals. But we will have folks all around with walkie-talkies and monitoring the route and the color and the water stations and all of that.
So after October 12th, the Color Run, what does FTCC have that they can, give us a little sneak peek in store?
Well, after the Color Run, we'll have our golf tournament next spring. We have our scholarship luncheon, which is a wonderful event. We have a couple others in the works. I kind of have to wait a little bit to announce those. I know. You'll be the first to know, I promise. I promise. But we have some really cool events. But we just like the events to bring people in from the community, to show them our campus, to offer something back. Oh, I know. I can share one with you. We do have a community concert series.
Okay.
And so the next one, the first concert for this season is going to be September 30th. And these are all free and open to the public.
Nice.
And this is funded with a grant from the Arts Council and the North Carolina Arts Council. Arts Council of Fayetteville and Camellia County and the North Carolina Arts Council gave us a grant. So there'll be a series of concerts, and we're going to be releasing that very soon. And we invite people to come. We try to get a really diverse array of artists, from very contemporary to gospel to jazz, a little bit of everything, and invite people to come and enjoy.
Perfect. Yep. So it's more than just education. It's basically a community. So hopefully we'll see you guys October 12th right here at FTCC for the Color Run, and we'll put up all the information where you can go and join the link. And then you'll probably see this beautiful lady working her behind off on campus and off campus at some pickleball court. And again, check out FTCC and all the great things they have going on in the community. I appreciate you so much for coming on, letting us take time out of your day.
Thank you.
We're going to go see she has snacks. It's the Nothing to Do podcast, episode 37. We'll be right back with a whole bunch to do.
It's kind of hard to dance to music when you're outside on location. It's episode 37 of the Nothing To Do podcast. And of course, Brian and I had to take full advantage of being out of the studio after talking with Sandy Ammons of the FTCC Foundation about the Color Run. We got a chance to come out to the beautiful Rose Gardens. And as you guys know, fall is coming up. So please take advantage of all of these outside spots. Also, taking advantage of things. There's so much going on this weekend, like the Ribs and Butts Cook-Off Festival at Crown Coliseum. Uncle Carl, he's been promoting this for a while. It's going to be really, really great. Come on out, enjoy some good food and some music. We've got DJ B-Live doing some karaoke, and DJ Cass from Magic 106.9 is going to be there. It's just going to be a big, cool, family fun thing. Also, we've got, what is it called, Brian?
Cape Beard, show us your cans.
Cape Beard, show us your cans. We got to represent our Cape Beard guys, because definitely love them and all they do for the community. But also, they just recruited your girl to be one of the judges for Beardtoberfest. I knew they were. They love me. This one little chin hair right here had them hooked. But I'll put everything up for you guys. Also, if you have anything going on around town and you want us to shine a light on it, hit us up. Nothing To Do podcast on Facebook. It's brought to you by Rock 103, Cumulus Media Group, and thank you, Brian, Jimmy from Share Studios for making all of this possible, because the best thing I like to do is shine a light brighter than the sun on our city. Until next episode, here's something to do. Bye. Almost done.
Thanks for tuning in to the Nothing to Do weekly podcast, recorded at the Share Studios in Fayetteville, North Carolina, with your host, Dominique. And make sure to tune in next week, because it's only going to get better.